Hello, it's your boy Johnny here.
And your boy, Far, the mighty Far. We get the point.
Wow, rude dick. Hey, this is a show for children, man. We can't be saying that.
Still, let me finish my line. Hello, and your boy, Far, the mighty Farfetch. There.
Anyways, back to the point. Today on this episode on how to make good series, we are talking about leavanny.
Oh, great, another bug type Pokemon. Just what we wanted to do.
Hey, I mean, it could have been you or it could have been me, alright? And I know you don't want to do a video about talking about yourself, but I would actually but I won't mind actually doing a video about me. Because I already know I'm actually that good.
That's funny.
Well, anyways, so today, our special guest is actually a very special guest. Yeah, for once, it's not just a regular generic fully evolved Pokemon, but actually our first and probably only mythical Pokemon we're ever going to bring here on the How to Make Good series. Please welcome our very special guest, Celebi.
Hi guys, yes, I have a different voice and better status than you two. And while I was enjoying my time in the Sunken Model Ds because they're pretty good this year, somehow I got a message from the past telling me to come into the future, telling me to come back in the past to make this video because, yeah. Also, there's no fanfare because that seems to mess up with my voice, so, yeah, so insert random claps.
First off, whoa, your voice is different. That is just weird. Second, wow, rude. Just because we don't have stats of your style, that doesn't mean you have to clown on us like that. And not only that really grass psychic, you could have been grass. Literally any other generation, you would have been a grass fairy.
Any gen that's from Gen 6 or onwards?
Well, yes, I would have been fairy type of past Gen 6. I'm somehow not. To me, considering my time, and time is like psychic, and you know that shit, and yeah, even though I have a 4x weakness to buzz, just like a poison psychic type in Gen 1, if you know what I mean. Well, since I'm a mythical Pokemon after all, and of course I'll be different in some ways, and sometimes even you two could beat me, especially you, Mega Ampharos, Donnie.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, that is also true. Well, anyways, getting back to the point, leavanny. Leavanny is a bug grass type Pokemon that's introduced in the everybody used to be hated, but now favorite generation 5. And well, it's supposed to be the early route grass type Pokemon. It's the early route bug type Pokemon you're supposed to catch early use for like the first part. But however, it's unique because this Pokemon is actually good. Like always, like we do here in the How to Make Good series, we give out a brief competitive history. So we're gonna do that like we always do. Starting off which in Gen 5, leavanny's and PU. But however, this is Gen 5, so any Pokemon, like we always talked about this ever since like the Lupa Bunny video, I honestly forgot. But ever since Gen 5, but ever since they added PU, we just don't call these Pokemon that are considered PU, PU Pokemon. We just call them untiered Pokemon. For, obvious good reasons. Plus also, like, really, like, there's no untiered Pokemon out by the Smogondex, which is stupid.
Yeah, but leavanny is not that bad because I use it in my place for Pokemon Block, but also due to its dual typing being grass buggers, and that way take the tiers big walls, mainly Musharna being a pure psychic type being weak to bug, Tangela because being weak to bug, but not Tangrowth, and Alomomola, the tongue for Strino being weak to grass type. One of these is not like the others.
Yeah, but leavanny has a crucial downside to it. Mainly its speed's not due to its sole fact that it doesn't have that glorious, nice and never use, a base 95 speed, where it can be tied by, where its speed is tied by, Haunter. Which it doesn't. So it gets outspeeded by Haunter, it gets absolutely murdered by it. And not only that, we have to look at the fact that it also has a 25, has a weakness to stealth, the infamous rock type, which means it has a weakness to stealth rocks. So, which is very bad in this tier because, in Gen 5 Never Use, you have to remember, which in Gen 5 Never Use, there's like no rapid spinners. So, basically, hazards are permanent in the game. So, you're basically taking chip damage, which now you're basically probably just gonna switch in, have to recover, then I'm gonna let Johnny speak in for himself.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make a comment like,
Well, simply put it, its typing is also not going to be helping it out because having a 4-type raise weakness to fire and flying, that means a certain Game Freak's a certain starter Pokemon in that tier that's totally not one of the best Pokemon in that tier can totally not just say hi, I exist, get the f out of here and die. Charizard. So, while yes, it's usable in the tier due to its simple fact that it can just absolutely destroy a little Mola, Tangela, and Marshana, it's just like you have other Pokemon that you can pick. Like if you really just don't want to be harassed by them, like I know this sounds strange, but like you can like use something called like fucking Superior or Samurott or like literally or Haunter with its better speed set, plus it knows Thunderbolt, so it could actually harass a little Mola.
well, in Gen 5, it is in PU. Like I said before I was suddenly interrupted, in Gen 6, it is in PU as well with a kind of niche in NU. Mainly in NU as being the...
Okay,
like I was saying before I was interrupted, it has a niche in NU being the fastest lead in the tier. However, it's not that good to do without being the meta. However, in PU, it's where it shines. By far the best sticky web lead in the game, due to its fast speed, nice attacks, plus good move balls. So yeah, it is by far the best gen it has, and it's the only gen because it does not exist in the others, except Gen 7, but Ed Far will take on that.
Yeah, Gen 6 was actually good for it. Until Gen 7 where it dropped out to tier fuckery.
God damn it, Johnny, stop swearing. Oh wait, no, not me. God damn it, Farfetch, stop swearing, damn it. We cannot be saying this on our show.
Dude, you just said damn, my guy. I'm not allowed to say drop a F-bomb here.
Dude, you're too young. You haven't evolved into Surfetch.
I'm a Cantonian Farfetch. I'm not a Galarian one, you dipshit.
No. Do not say that. Shush. Moving on. Anyways, back to what I was trying to say. So, yeah, I mean, but it's not that awful. I mean, it's just, it has a very harsh competition as a sticky web user. Mainly dealing with the, Smeargle and Shuckle, the two, which they both are better in their own reasons that over what, leavanny has. Mainly, Smeargle has access to a lot of other move support, mainly just not that Stealth Rocks, which, well, tell you speaking, Smeargle and both Shuckle learns that, but also, Smeargle learns Spore, other moves that can, support it out, and Shuckle has that defense stat that's just ungodly, makes it able to tank literally any move that's not a +2. So, it's not that bad in Gen 7, but, it's not certainly the best one you want to have. Yep. Anyways, so now we finish on our part on the on our history part. Now let's actually do our big, main series part, how to actually make them good. Oh yeah, also forgot to mention that Gen 8 and Gen 9 uh leavanny doesn't exist in that tier. It doesn't exist, so we're gonna just skip that and pretend like it doesn't exist. So like yeah. Wait, why the did we even mention this in the first place? Like, if there's gonna be literally no info about it, then why the hell are we even doing this?
Well, because if we don't say anything about the Gen 8 and Gen 9 or Gen 10, when that's coming out, people in the comments are going to ask, you forgot about Gen 8 and Gen 9, and we don't even explain to like thousands of comments that they don't exist, making people go into the same comment, typing that every single time, copy and paste it down, and I'm getting off the topic, so let's just how to make it good so we can get this over with.
Well, like we usually say for literally every video we have made on the How to Make Good series, like we always say, let
Let
me
me
have a go.
at this. Anyway,
Uh,
the how to
so usually on the How to Make Good, we talk about usually the bad. Let's start off with usually probably the biggest problem that everybody's probably gonna point out that we also pointed out. That is its type.
I mean, Raspberry's not great type, but 4x weakness to fire and flying, like having a 4x weakness to fire for a bomb or snow, but I think the bill's been covered on, I don't know, but you don't hit a lot of the types well, and you lose a lot of the big types. Cough, cough, Charizard, Charizard, Talonflame, any fire falling type, Moltres.
Well, that and also you lose to literally any steel type because you have outside of knockoff, you can't hit that typing.
Or literally anything that resists your stab, like except for rock, because you have that grass stab, but still. Plus, let's add on the fact that its speed set is really mid, and its attack set that is like alright, I guess.
And dear God, its defenses, Jesus, those are awful. Like really, you not really, and yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, but those defense stats are really awful. Like for real, 70. You have like 70 defense stats. You have barely any bulk. Like any type. Hell, even most neutral resistance neutral attacks will probably take you out in like 2 shots. 2 shots. Let alone a super effective one. You ain't taking one of those shits anymore.
yeah, but outside of that, you can do something with it, like say in game with Shadow Claw, X Scissor, Leaf Blade, Bug Bite for some reason.
Fart, did he actually just say in game? Yeah, I think he did.
Anyways, what I was trying to say. So, anyways, back to what we were talking about. So, obviously, our first set we're doing is obviously a classic set that we have done for literally a lot of classes that, for a lot of Pokemon that has one of these 3 moves. One of these, well, 4 moves, I guess. Stealth Rocks, Sticky Webs, Spikes, or Toxic Spikes. You know it, you love it. That is the Suicide Hazard Lead. Wow, so original. Well, anyways,
Yep, that seems fine. Anyways, we're gonna run. Yep, usually you're gonna run Sticky Web, Sleep Blade, X's, or a knockoff. Well, you can also replace knockoff with Magic Code if you feel like it.
yeah, but you kind of already know this. Like run max speed, run max. Either HP, attack, or special defense. That's depending. One of those. Run a focus sash. No, we're just going through this quick because we obviously know we're just gonna run this as our joke. Come on.
But you can run a Corporal Sweeper set, running Sword Dance for the boost attack, Leaf Blade, Exeter, the 2 stamina, and Knockoff, because let's be honest, you don't want to deal with the leftovers, or the charcoal, or maybe any items, especially if they have Trick.
One. Yeah, you could, but like the only problem is that in Gen 7 PU, there's another chlorophyll for grass type that's in the tier that's called Leafeon that's also faster than it, but also hits a lot harder than it. But it doesn't have that bug type, so probably actually it's probably missing out on something, I guess. So yeah. Well, we're done with this actual part of the vid. Now let's actually get to the fun part, where we actually try to make the Pokemon better. All right, we're in the how we're gonna make how to make this thing better. So really, realistically, like we can't really do anything. We can't really do anything because it's kind of like because the hard thing about it is just that it's supposed to be be the counterpart Pokemon's like counterpart Pokemon's for the early game bug types in Gen 5. So if we have to mainly it's just like if we buff the stats for one Pokemon, we have to buff the stats for Scolipede. But like here's the thing. Like Scolipede has speed boost. I don't think it needs a stat boost already. I think let's so really we're gonna actually do a stat buff. So
Yeah, like maybe increase the speed to 95 instead of 92, so now be that Haunter at least. And or how I would love it base 100 speed because let's be honest, leavanny is my favorite bug type. Even though I technically am 4x weak to it, but nah, who cares? Anyway, far.
And for attack, I would probably buff it to probably 105 because, like, to maybe hit slightly harder, and to an extent you could buff it to 110, but yeah.
so yeah, that's really much it. That's how we're gonna probably best do this with the staff, but with the buffing. So that means we're done with the video. Yay! I also want to say this before we end the video. I would like to say thanks to the Burning Flame for helping me with this video. He was totally not the voice actor for Celebi for the entire video whatsoever. Totally not. Not he was the voice actor for Farfetch. His
Thank you,
his,
John.
anyways his channel's in the links description below. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you guys next time. Johnny is signing out.